Welcome, and thank you for honoring a fellow volunteer by recommending them for a Girl Scout Recognition Award. In this learning session, I will be showing you where to find the recognition forms, some examples of qualifications for each award, a quick overview of how to fill them out, how to submit a recognition, and a website devoted to all questions recognitions. Hope this quick session will be helpful for you. Let's get started. To get a recognition form, start at our homepage at www.girlscoutstoday.org. Click on For Volunteers. Scroll down to the bottom, click on Volunteer Recognitions. And everything about recognitions is on this page. We're going to go down to the bottom under the Helps section, and we're going to click on Adult Recognitions at a Glance. This page contains all the awards in one document. There are earned awards and there are nominated awards. Our focus today will be on the nominated awards, so let's go to that section. Scroll down to the next page, and there is the Volunteer of Excellence Award. It is for any volunteer giving outstanding service, more on the troop level. So that could be leaders, co-leaders, assistant leaders, troop helpers, or troop committee members. It requires 2 letters of endorsement, one that is the nomination description. Letters of endorsement support or endorse what you have written. Let's continue on to the appreciation pin. This award is for volunteers that give outstanding service that benefits at least one geographic area, such as a service unit. Someone that has gone above and beyond and benefits the entire service unit would be appropriate for this award, such as the service unit product manager, maybe the service unit director, a leader mentor, or a school organizer. This award requires 2 letters of endorsement in addition to the nomination's description of what the volunteer did to deserve the award. Now let's go down to the honor pin. This award is the same as the appreciation pin, but the recipient must give outstanding service to 2 or more geographic areas. An example might be an event coordinator that invited other service units to participate, or a day camp director who included other service units, or even a troop leader that includes girls from more than one service unit. This award requires 3 letters of endorsement, in addition to the nomination's description of what the volunteer did to deserve this award. Let's go down to the thanks and the thanks badge too. These are the only progressive awards, whereby the thanks badge must be received before the thanks to badge. The thanks badge recipient actively gives service that benefits the entire council or the entire Girl Scout organization. Some examples might be a board member or a volunteer who serves on a committee whose work benefited the entire council. This award requires 4 letters of endorsement in addition to the nomination's description. And here's the thanks to badge. It has the same requirements as the thanks badge, but someone that continues to do something that benefits the entire council or organization. And it also requires 4 letters of endorsement. Now that you know what awards can be given, let's look at the nomination form. The first thing you see are the check boxes. That is the recognition award that you are nominating for. So there's one form for all the awards we just talked about. Let's go down to the candidate and the nomination and nominator information. Next, you'll want to fill in all the blanks with the candidate's information. Please fill out as much as possible. Next is the nominator information. That is the person who is filling out the award. Then there is the award description. This is the most important part of the form. Fill in why you are nominating this person, a detailed description of what the person did that was above and beyond, what was expected, and what were the results. Be specific. Most nominations are not approved by the volunteer committee because they just don't have enough details or are way too generic. If you don't have enough room with the form, just type or write the description on a separate sheet of paper. Now let's go down to the second page. This is the area where you will put in who is going to write the letters of endorsement, filling in the appropriate number of names for the letters that are required. Next, let's go to the letters of endorsement. The letters of endorsement may be sent together with the nomination form or may be filled out and sent separately by someone other than the nominator. We're going to look at the first box is the person writing the letter. Fill that out just the same as the nomination form. You're going to fill out the candidate information. That is the person you're writing the letter for. Let's go down here to the questions. And you're going to, again, fill out the questions that have been listed there. If you would prefer, you can even write a letter of endorsement on a separate sheet of paper. We're going to show you what that might look like in a second. The questions on the endorsement form is really just a way to try and gather details about the volunteer, but again, be very specific. Let's go back to the recognition page of our website and find out how to write effective letters. Click on Basic Tips for Completing Nomination Forms. The first page is pretty much what we have already gone through. So let's go down to the second page. We want to look at the checklist for writing endorsement letters. The opening paragraph should introduce the purpose of the letter, the candidate being nominated, the position for which they are being nominated, and the reason for the nomination. The body of the letter should describe the specific service they did, who benefited from the service, and results of what was above and beyond the expectation. And don't forget the name, address, service unit of the person writing the letter. This information is good for writing a letter of endorsement, but the same tips can be used in writing a nomination description, whether using the nomination form to write the description or using a separate letter. Let's go down to the next page. There's a letter after the checklist as a great example of a letter of endorsement and should help you, but just so you get the idea, let's go to an actual letter that someone wrote last year as a letter of endorsement for a volunteer, just changing the names. In the first paragraph, it states who the award is for, the volunteer's position, and where the volunteer is from. The next few paragraphs indicate where the action took place, what she did that was above and beyond, and what the results were. The writer's name, address, and service unit is included at the bottom. Let's look at a letter that may not get approved. Notice it is just one paragraph. Not often can you get a detailed look at what the volunteer did in one paragraph. It does say who it is for and the volunteer's position, but it doesn't say where the volunteer is from. It doesn't say what she did that was above and beyond what other troop leaders do. It doesn't highlight any action in particular or what the results were. If the nominator gave more details on what Jane did to get a girl at meetings, that could have been something that was above and beyond, but there really aren't any more details than that. The rest of the information is what all troop leaders do, and nothing really stands out. So be sure to write letters that focus on some action in particular and provide results and details. Well, that's it for recognizing volunteers for awards. Once your nomination form and letter of endorsement forms or letters are filled out, save it to your computer, then address an email to recognitions@girlscoutstoday.org and attach the form or mail it to the address written on the top of the form. Remember, the deadline is March 1st. Can't wait to get your nomination and letters.